Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Timeless Sunset Tarot. Now, this is a general reading and it is open to all zodiac signs. It is also timeless, so anytime you find yourself watching this video, there might be a message here for you. Now, let's try to see what is the main energy at the end of the day. Okay, we have here the Page of Swords. Something interesting is catching your attention right now, or somebody is interested in what you are doing right now. Okay, so these are two things we can think of. It can be that somebody is interested in what you're doing right now, in a sense wherein this person admires what you are doing, or yeah, this person can be an admirer, or this person is intrigued by you, by something in you, and this person is trying to learn more about you and what you are doing at this time. It can be also that you are inspired on something. Something has piqued your attention and your inspiration. It can be a person, it can be a new idea, it can be something that you will need to learn, maybe a new hobby, a new interest, maybe a new inspiration. If you are an entrepreneur, maybe a new idea. But whatever it is, there are things that you need to learn. Okay, so if it's the other person who's interested in you, the person need to learn more about you. So maybe this person will try to find ways to get to know more about you. It depends on the personality of the person. If the person is a little bit on the shy side, then the person will try to do it in an indirect way. If the person is a little bit more confident, then the person will try to spend more time or try to find ways to spend more time with you. As for you, whatever it is that is taking your attention at this time, for some of you, you might need to study more. For example, if it is a new hobby or a new business endeavor, then for some of you, you might need to do some extra study so that you will be able to affect it. There are ways and means that you can do in our present situation right now. You can just use online information and you can gather as many information as you need, or you can really undergo a formal course to learn something. Now, if it's another person, then it depends also on your personality, you will get to know more this person. But whatever it is, it seems that it's going to be an interesting chapter for you right now. It's a learning process, either for you or for the person who's interested to get to know you more. So it's an interesting chapter right now because it's a process of learning, a process of discovery, a process of opening yourself to new possibilities in your life. So this is quite a good promising card. Now let's try to see how this will further unfold. Okay, so we have here the Star card. Well, right now you're the center of attention. Because of that, maybe either because you are learning something new, you are attracting attention from people, or because you're right now very interesting to other people, they are trying to get to know more about you. Now, I think what is needed here is to balance. Okay, you balance between pursuing your inspiration or getting to know other people, but at the same time also taking care also of yourself. So balance between interacting with others and also your personal life. This is the best way to. I think it will be beneficial for both aspect, or in beneficial for this thing that you are pursuing at this time, and at the same time beneficial for you, because when you are able to nurture yourself more, the more you are open to learn things, because you are relaxed, you are open to possibilities. So I think what the card is suggesting is it's good you are pursuing something new and it's going to take your passion. Just don't go overboard. You know how it is when you are passionate about something. Sometimes we go overboard to the point wherein we cannot eat. Okay, to the point where we would rather spend time doing all these things rather than taking care of ourselves. So sometimes we cannot eat, sometimes we cannot sleep. It's like when you fall in love, no? When you fall in love with somebody, especially when you are at your younger years, no, what happens is you find it difficult to sleep, you find it difficult to eat, because the person that you are interested in is always in your mind, always in your heart. You always want to be with the person. So it's like that. So somehow, with the star card, where the person is watering not only the soil or the land, but he's also watering the water, okay, the pool. So in a certain sense, you need to balance things. You need to temper it. As you care for this new interest or for this new person, you also should care for yourself. So to balance taking care of others and taking care of yourself. Besides, when you take good care of yourself, then you glow as a person. And when you glow, you become more attractive. So the more, if it is a love interest, the more you will attract them to you. At the same time, if you nurture yourself, you will be more creative. You will be more relaxed, you'll be healthy. So whatever it is you are pursuing, whether it is a new hobby or a new career, you will be able to perform well in this new endeavor. Now there's a bird behind the person, as if the bird is singing on the tree. So it seems that at this time also, at the beginning of the chapter, there are messages being sent to you by the universe. So you also need to listen. So it's good to balance between exterior activities and inner activity, wherein you are more receptive. In the exterior world, you are both active and receptive. In the inner world also, you need to be receptive to the messages coming from the universe. It's very important for you to be able to attain a certain balance so that everything will shine. You see, there are a lot of stars, so there are for me, the word guideposts comes to me. There are a lot of guiding messages that are being sent to you by the universe at this time. So don't neglect it. Learn to listen also. Now, what is the advice of the universe for us? Well, whatever it is, this new chapter will bring you a sense of fulfillment. You see here a family that is happily watching the rainbow. The rainbow symbolizes hope. When Noah and his family finally hit ground after the flooding of the world, they were given the sign of the rainbow. And that is a hope that there will be no such a great calamity as they just experienced. So in a certain sense, right now, it's as if the universe telling you there is a promise in this new chapter. If you have had challenges in the past, this new chapter is promising it will bring joy to you and to the people you care for. So these are good cards that we have encountered for tonight. Okay, actually, we're a little bit late, but still nighttime anyway. So that's it for our tarot reading. Let us now go to Insights at Twilight. For our self-care tip, the message comes from Robert Frost, and the message is, the best way out is always through. Okay, so it's quite interesting, this message is, sometimes we encounter certain situation that if we can avoid, we will try to avoid. But there are times also when, even if you would like to avoid something, the best way out is to face it, the music, or to face the challenge that we have. So you try to see if you are in a similar situation right now, wherein there is a situation that you are in, wherein you are trying to avoid something, but the situation, even if you try to avoid the situation, you have no choice but to face the music. Well, if you find yourself in such a situation, then go face the music. Don't be afraid. I mean, the divine will not give you something that you cannot handle. If the divine has placed you in a situation wherein you have to face it, maybe there are some life lessons that are waiting for you to encounter through this experience. Now, everything that you need for the challenge is already in you. We are reminded of the card of the magician, wherein all the challenges we encounter in life, the reason they are given to us is because there is a special purpose for them. Oftentimes, it's because we need to go to a higher stage in our life wherein the lessons we will learn from that experience will elevate us to a higher plane or to a higher understanding. It might even lead to a paradigm shift wherein you will look at life in a different perspective or different angle. It can be like that. There are situations wherein, yes, you can say no and you can avoid. And oftentimes, if you see that the effect will be detrimental, if we can avoid, we will try to do so. But there will be situations wherein, even if you try to avoid them, you really couldn't avoid it. And then maybe that's the time when you need to face the music. If there are some anxieties that are with you at this time, it's an unexpected thing because it's something that you didn't want to face, but you know that you have to face it through. So the best thing that you can do is to always know, always remember, you are not alone. And you can always ask assistance from the divine, your spirit guides, and also from other people. All you have to do is to have that humility that you don't have to handle things on your own. You can always ask for assistance from both the exterior world and also from the inner world. The things that are within our control, we try to handle, we try to make the best. The things beyond our control, like for example, the response of other people or how the situation will turn about, these things that are beyond our control, we can always entrust to the divine. Now, you just do your part, you try to make the best. You can anticipate, for example, okay, what are the possibilities, what are the worst thing that can happen in this situation. You tell yourself, okay, you try to recognize what is the worst thing that can happen. And you try to see, can I accept the worst thing that can happen? And if you have already accepted it, if you go through the process and then the worst thing really happened, then you can always tell yourself, well, I expected this to happen, so I'm not surprised anymore. But if something better happened, then it's a bonus already. You'll be happy because the worst didn't happen. So in a certain sense, it's like that. You just do your best, and then you try to lessen the probability that the worst thing will happen. And if it happens, then at least you already know it might happen. But if you are able to lessen it and make the situation better, then it's a bonus. It's a gift from the divine. So in a certain sense, this is sometimes a situation where we are in. When you are in a situation where you have no choice but to go through it, then give your best and then hope for the best and trust the rest to the divine. There's always an opportunity for us to kneel down and pray and say, Lord, we have a problem. Could you solve it for me? If not, please help me solve it. Okay, something like that. Knowing that you are not alone gives us more courage and more assurance to face whatever challenges life gives us. There are opportunities for us to grow. There are opportunities for us to learn something new. So this is what we have for both the Insights at Twilight and our tarot reading. I hope that it is helping you in your present life situation. Thank you for the likes and comments you've given to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. I hope to see you again soon. Until that time, may God continue to bless your ways.